Hello, Jessica, your work's back for another review, and I'm finally reviewing the highly anticipated, highly praised, highly awaited, I guess, well, that's the same as highly anticipated, Marvel Superheroes Iron Man 3 Iron Man Malibu Mansion Attack set. This is set number 76007, and it is recommended for ages 6 to 12, has 364 pieces, 5 minifigures, and it retails for $40 in the US, and these are just starting to show up in stores in the US actually today, because today's the official release date. So you'll probably find this in your Toys R Us tomorrow and in the Lego store tomorrow, because all the places were told to put this out today. So yeah, well, by the time I upload it, it might be the 8th, so I'm not sure. But yeah, now let's take a look at the packaging. And so here's the awesome box for a set. It is the same size as the Batman Tomb Chase set from the beginning of this year, and on the side, of course, they have that awesome graphic of the little Iron Man picture right there, Mark 42 armor, and then on the back, there's just all the awesome play features and some nice, comic book sounds like all the other sets. And there are 2 instruction booklets in the set, a small one for the helicopter, and then a big one for the Malibu Mansion itself. And then there is one comic, and it's the same exact one from the Harbor set. And so here's the first figure of the set, Tony Stark himself, and this is the first really real version we got of Tony Stark, even though we did get his face in the vendor sets and in the other sets of this Iron Man 3 line. And he does have this nice torso printing, which does relate to the movie, because in the trailer, the newest one, you can see that he's kind of wearing this exact shirt, so that's a good job on Lego's part. And his little arc reactor is in the middle right there, which gives him, I guess, life. And on the back, you can see there's some details like little arrows. And he does have a double-sided face, so you can see he's kind of grinning in that way. Only real problem I have with this figure, even though it's a very small problem, is that his hair is dark brown, but he usually has black hair, so I find that pretty interesting. Maybe not a problem, but yeah, that's it for this figure. And the next figure up is Pepper Potts, and she's just an amazing figure. I really love her hair, and even though her hair is the same, I think, color hair piece as one from the Pharaoh's Quest line in 2011 in that $30 set. And you can see she has a really nice torso print right there. It is for Peach figures, which isn't really a plus, but it's better for the detail of this figure, because it's kind of like a laboratory girl, I guess lab coat, or girl lab coat, that's more like it. And if you turn it around, you'd see that she has some more back printing, then she has kind of like a smiling face, which is pretty cool. And here's the Mark 42 armor. It's basically just a solo minifigure, but you could put Pepper Potts and Tony Stark in there. And he does have these cylinders. Sorry if it's blocking, if it's blocked by the camera view. And it's basically the same one from the Harbor set, which has that nice gold printing on the torso and then gold printing on the legs. And this is the same figure on the boxes. And if you remove his little helmet right there, it does reveal a blank face, which is kind of interesting. So it's just basically a display. And then here's his back print, and of course it's on a double-sided face, so there's really nothing there. So here's the first villain of the set, and it is the Mandarin, and this is actually a different version than in the cheapest set, the Ultimate Showdown set, because this is a much better version. I wish they would have included this in the cheapest set, but I guess it's a little bit more movie accurate, because he's in his robes, which I guess is like a wool form of him. And you can see he does have some nice leg printing right there, and some great hair, which I printed out in the small set review. And he does have a green cape. And here he is without his cape and his hair, and this is a different torso print than the one in the Ultimate Showdown set, because it is his robes version. He has a little thing in the middle, don't know what that's for. Then in the back he has some extra printing. And here's the Mandarin Soldier, and he is an exclusive figure to the set. He's a little bit different than Aldrich Killian, because he does have this little marking on his double-sided face and his torso, which I'm not really sure what that's for. And sadly he has no torso printing, but he does have the brown hair, which is the same color as Tony's. And you can see on the back he does have some nice red, I guess, arm detail right there. And his face does glow in the dark, and he does have some red lines over his face. Here are the 2 parts of the set. There's the mansion and the helicopter. And so here is the helicopter, and the helicopter is pretty cool. It is a lot better than the Wolverine Chopper Showdown helicopter, which came out last year. And there are stickers right here and on this side, which are just a little bit of detail. And there's not much space inside as compared to the Chopper Showdown chopper or helicopter, because there's just really 2 window pieces right there, so you can't really stick anybody in there because they are stubless. But there are like 2 plates here, or 1 big plate so you could stick people so they could like shoot or whatever. Then there are 2 flick and fire missiles on both sides here, so that's 4 altogether. They don't really go far, but they're still just a pretty cool play feature, I guess, but they don't really work far for me. Now on this side there's a little gun detail right there which you can take off and make the Mandarin use. Then the tail is very similar to the Wolverine Chopper Showdown helicopter, because the same, that one had this tail piece right here and then this like a brick like this on that, but this one I think has a better back part, I'm not really sure. And the top does have a sticker on the cockpit part right there, and the rotor does spin pretty good. And then you can take off the sticker and put whoever you want in there. So if you want the Extremis Soldier, you just stick him in there. And sadly in there's really nothing, because there's not even a control panel, because the control panel is just a red slope. So that's kind of disappointing. But now let's take a look at the mansion. And so here's the Malibu Mansion itself, and there are some okay stickers on here. I actually like these stickers. They're a little bit hard to center correctly on both of them, but I did take my time with them. And this one says alert, and it shows kind of just like a little map right there. Then this one just shows a helicopter and has some basically fake text on it. And then on right here, there's 2 stickers right here, which these were a pain to put on. I couldn't get them on right. They're a little bit slanted, so I'm kind of ticked off about that, but it's still okay. And this door right here actually comes off by if you press that, so it just kind of flies off, which is a pretty cool little play feature right there. But it is too familiar because we got that same play feature in the Daily Bugle set, and this top part where it's basically the little lever kind of sticks out, and that's a little bit annoying. And you could actually take it off by putting that handle right there. And if we turn it this way, there's just really a door right here, not much there. And inside, there's this little, I guess, control part right here, which those are 2 stickers, and this one I messed up, which I'm kind of ticked off with too. And you can see that a little bit better right there. This one you can't see because it's very light, but there's still pretty cool details, and that's actually where I put the Mark 42 armor, and he could just stick on right there pretty well. And this thing swivels, and there is a little control space right there with there's like a little wrench and a hammer, so that's some nice detail right there. And I really like how they did this part right here with the blender, because it's basically in the description it literally says that they're blending mandarins, so I found that was pretty funny because it's mandarin oranges. And this part looks very modern, which I love it when LEGO does like a modern set. You got 2 like lime green cabinets, and lime just looks really like just modern. And there is this little robot guy, which he was, I think, from the first movie, and he saved Tony's life. And so that is pretty cool right there. And you could, of course, open the cabinets as you please. There's nothing in there, sadly. And there's a cool little cup right there. And you guys can't see it too well, but the Hall of Armors or whatever is right here. And there's 2 stickers on there, and they have the printing for the 2 armors from the the Avengers sets, which was the Mark 6 and Mark 7. So that's pretty cool. And the play feature of that is if you pull this leather down, or pull it this way, basically the armor little placeholders fly off. So I thought that was a pretty cool feature. So you can put the armors on there, and then here is this side where you can see the stickers a little bit better. And then it just goes to the front, and there is some rock details all around this, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's it for the set, and now it's final verdict. Overall, I just love this set. I mean, there are a lot of flaws, I gotta admit. It's definitely not flawless, especially the size of the mansion. I mean, it's a little bit disappointing, but I just love the price point on here because that's acceptable for a $40 set. Even though the price per piece ratio is a little bit off, it is 364 pieces for that $40 price point in the US. And the helicopter definitely doesn't make up for that because it's not the greatest thing in the world. It's basically a sleeker version and a much more better version, in my opinion, than the Wolverine helicopter set. But it's still, I wish they would have maybe expanded the Malibu Mansion a little tiny bit. But otherwise, I still love the interior of the Malibu Mansion, especially that it's modern. And the 5 figures are pretty cool, even though the suit really doesn't make sense. And the 2 villains are actually cool since they're exclusive. And so I definitely recommend you picking this up. So it's a 9.5 from me, definitely. And that's it for the review, and hopefully I'll be back with, I don't even know, Man of Steel? Who knows? Bye.